Hi everyone, my name is Pele Renata and welcome to my YouTube channel. For today I have decided to do something a little bit different, and as I have watched Frozen with my daughter recently, I decided to try to draw Elsa but in Art by Marlene style. As a starting point I have used Art by Marlene face-to-face stamp set. And as you might have noticed a little bit before, I have been practicing some hairstyles. So now I'm trying to do something similar for my project. You can see that this drawing doesn't come too easily for me. I struggle a bit, like for example, here trying to make the other shoulder more symmetrical to the first one. But that's okay, I'm just using my pencil and lots of erasing as well. Art journaling should be really fun and not stress, so don't be too hard on yourself if it doesn't go as you imagined it. You can notice that this is a lot of back and forth process for me as well. And anyway, in the end, I think it will look much prettier when I add some color and shading to it. Now, after sketching my face, I will start with applying some paints, and I will first start with coloring the body of the girl. At the beginning I chose to work with the Clotted cream and desert acrylic paints, with the darker shade, meaning the desert, putting more towards the edges. This will give pretty much flat look, but later on I will come back and add some more shading with the Prismacolor pencils. This is basically just the first layer, the first step in coloring. After painting the body, I will repeat exactly the same process for the hair, and for this purpose I mixed acrylic paints called Happy and Clotted cream. Anyway, now as I promised, you can see the flat layer of the color, and this is the time when I come with the colored pencils. For this I like to work with multiple shades. That way that always the darker shade I put towards the edge, and adding more brighter shades the more I go to the center of the image. Adding different shades of the color really helps with giving the dimension to your image. White skin tone actually has some pinkishness in it, so I am adding a pink color as well. Now for the blending of the colors, you can go two ways. What I like to do is use odorless mineral spirit and the blending stamp, but you can always choose to work just with the white color, or even the brightest shade of the colors you have worked so far. Anyway, I think now you can see how the layers are building. So what I'm doing now is basically repeating the same process that I did for the face, varying between brownish and yellowish shades for the hair. And here you can see my little assistant giving me some technical advices. Two other things that I like to do with my drawings is to add highlights. For that you can either work with the acrylic markers or gel roll pen, and accentuating some lines with black pens. When I draw faces, I find it really important to accentuate the eyes, because I think the eyes are actually the first thing which we should notice. Anyway, at this point I decided to start working on my background, and as a first layer I am applying some watercolor paints. I am trying to be careful towards my drawing, but I didn't want the sharp edges of the paint, so towards the outer edges I am spraying a bit water for more smooth and blended look. After the watercolor layer was dry, I decided to bring an older stencil from the sophisticated release because I liked those little circles, and I am filling them in with the special effect Glamour glitter in silver color. And in a minute you will see the effect which I have achieved with that. Okay, next step was freehand drawing a frame to my page and adding a sentiment. Oh, I hope now you can notice those little glitter circles that I have made. Anyway, while I liked my sentiment, I felt it very small compared to my focal image, so I wanted to emphasize it a bit. So once again I am reaching for one of the older releases called Out of This World, and stamp set is called Dreamgirls. The stamp which I have used, I felt it magical, and somehow I felt it okay with the rest of my page. I know I could have probably used a bigger sentiment, but I felt like this stamp helped. Anyway, I decided to add some more things to my girl, give her a necklace and earrings. So I have freehand draw a moon and little stars, and colored these elements with acrylic markers, and of course adding some glitter effects onto it as well. Anyway, this was all for today. I hope you enjoyed my video, and I would really appreciate if you like my video and subscribe to my channel. Thank you all, and see you next time. Bye!